folks, and welcome to the Raw Facts Canada channel, where we provide the absolute raw facts about life in Canada and moving here. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to leave a comment down below. Today we are going to be talking about a very important topic: scamming. Now, if you're from Ghana, you probably heard a lot about the mobile money scams, where scammers or fraudsters try to get your PIN number or get sensitive information from you, so they can try to withdraw money from your account or basically just steal your hard-earned money. Now, what most people do not realize is that in advanced countries, scamming also happens a lot, and it's even more sophisticated and clever. One of the ways by which scammers try to get your sensitive information is through a process called phishing. Now, phishing is an attack where a scammer calls you, texts you, or emails you, or sometimes they even use social media to trick you into clicking a malicious link or share sensitive information. So that's phishing. Now, these messages are often generic, but they try to appear as legitimate, coming from legitimate institutions such as banks or other agencies. Most of these messages are hit and miss. Now, I say hit and miss because sometimes you receive a text message that is supposedly coming from an institution or a company that you do not deal with at all. Let me give you an example. Sometimes I'll get a message that says my Netflix account is about to expire or something of that sort, and I have to click a link. Guess what? I do not have a Netflix account. So immediately I see something like that, I know it's a scam and I don't pay attention to it, or I just delete the message. But there are times when you might get a message that is coming from an institution that you deal with. For example, if I have a PayPal account and I see a text message that's supposedly coming from PayPal, then of course I'm going to be paying more attention to it. So that is what these scammers try to do, to try to get you to reveal sensitive information or to click on those links. What happens when you click on those links? What happens is, in the background, these scammers are able to install what we call a malware. Now, a malware is a type of virus that just stays on the device, your phone, your laptop, or whatever, and they can do many things. Sometimes they just sit there waiting for the time when you would have to input your password to your banking page or stuff like that, and then they steal that info, log in on your blind side, and do whatever transaction that they would like to do. So that's one of the things that malware can do. So in Canada, for example, some of the text messages that come are supposedly from Canada Post, from banks such as RBC, from PayPal, or even from the CRA, that's the Canada Revenue Agency. Another thing that I'd like to chip in here is that some of these text messages or scamming texts are seasonal. So you'd realize that during the tax season, when a lot of people are filing their taxes and expecting messages from the government regarding their taxes, that is when the scammers will start sending texts to people saying that probably one of your benefits is ready for payment, click here to enter your banking information, and then they steal your banking information and other information to do their stuff. Okay, so that's it. Now, I'd actually like us to explore a few of these text messages so that you might be on the lookout for them, because they usually have the same format or even the same wording. Okay, so let's look at a few of them. So this one here is supposedly coming from the CRA concerning the Canada carbon rebate. So it says, this is a tax-free amount to help eligible individuals and families offset the cost of the federal pollution pricing. To receive your CCR payment, see -- and there's a link, right? Okay. This one also says you have received $493 from the Canada Revenue Agency last year for your taxes. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes the English, it's not even constructed properly. So that should be your first red flag. Anyway, so it says you have received $493 from the Canada Revenue Agency last year for your taxes. Please fill in the form, the following online form, -- that's been blacked out. for security purposes. And then here's one from RBC. It says your client card starting with 4519 has been disabled. Please secure your account below. This message is quite clever and also very tricky, because most of the RBC client cards actually start with 4519. So there are thousands of people, if not all RBC clients, there are thousands of people that have their client cards that start with 4519. So when you see this, you might be tempted to actually go in there or click on the link to do whatever to secure your account, and you'd actually be giving your info to scammers. Okay, and let's look at a couple more. Another one that says that your online account is temporarily locked due to suspicious activity. Please log in and verify your information. This also supposedly coming from RBC. And then for Canada Post, you might receive a message that says, we tried delivering your parcel, but you weren't in or there was no safe place to leave it. A reschedule is required. So we put a link. And then last one that I'd like to share again, for Canada Post, it says your order couldn't be delivered because you weren't present. To schedule a time that suits you best, please refer to. So here's one thing that cuts across all these messages. There is always a link. They are always trying to get you to tap on a link. So please, never ever click on a link from an unsure source. If they're saying your RBC whatever has been disabled, and you even want to follow up, then you log in straight into your app, not through the link. Okay, because if you use that link, trust me, there is going to be a lot of things happening in the background that you have no idea about, and these people can actually mess you up. Okay, now how do we deal with this? One of the ways that you can deal with this is, Truecaller actually helps, because there are a lot of people that have fallen victim and they flagged these messages. So if you have Truecaller installed, sometimes it could warn you that the call that you're about to receive could be from a scammer, so you're on high alert, or it could tell you that the message that you receive is coming from an untrusted source, so you're always on high alert. The next thing you can do is, if you receive any message like this, delete it. Just delete the message, But here's the thing, I want to repeat this because I cannot emphasize it enough. Never ever click on a link from a text message from an unsure source. Okay? Always be on high alert and always do your due diligence. Okay? Always do your due diligence. You can always pick up the phone and call your bank. You can always pick up the phone and call whatever agency that's sending you the text message to find out more information. Alright? So that's the first part that I wanted us to discuss. Let's discuss the second part, jobs. When you move to a new country, you're looking for a job to help you pay your bills and all that. And that is one place that these scammers also try to take advantage of. So sometimes you might even find jobs that are advertised on credible platforms like Indeed, but those jobs are fake or scam jobs. They just want you to reveal as much information as you can about yourself, and then they just use that information to do whatever they want to do. Okay, so be careful when you apply for a job and all of a sudden the company is texting you on WhatsApp or on Telegram. That has happened to me many times. So the company is texting me on Telegram and saying, they want us to have the discussion on Telegram and the interview on Telegram, which is weird. One thing that I tried that was quite funny is that this company texted me somewhere in the morning around 10 a.m. and I saw the text. I decided to reply late in the night at around 10 p.m. And guess what? When I replied around 10 p.m., this company came back online at 10 p.m. where they were supposed to be closed to reply to the text message, and they were eager to get the chat going. So that should be a red flag for you. No interviews on WhatsApp or Telegram. Now, like I said, the scamming here is very sophisticated. So some of these scam jobs actually go ahead and create websites so that if you try to Google the company, you would find their website. You would go on their website and you would see a lot of information about the company, making you think that this might be legitimate. So there are a lot of things that you need to be very, very, very careful about. Okay, some of these websites, for those of you that are that have a technical background in IT, you are able to quickly verify how long this website has been up and running. Sometimes the website has been running for just a week, right? And sometimes you visit certain pages on the website and realize they don't even have, the website is not fully constructed yet. So those things should be red flags for you if you are if you have the technical know-how. But if not, just do your checks, do your due diligence. Okay, one thing that I did that worked for me with a certain company, because they really looked legitimate, their website was so good, you know, the email addresses and stuff checked out. But one thing I did was I just tried to check their address on Google Maps, and guess what? Their address led to someone's house. You know, the company never operated there and stuff like that. So those are the ways by which you can, you know, filter out these scam jobs and always try to stay safe. Now let's talk about the last one, the social insurance number. In the US, it is called a social security number. Now this is tied to you personally, allows you to open bank accounts, apply for credit, you know, it allows your employers to pay you through your SIN number, stuff like that. Please know this, your SIN number is very, very important. Please remember to guard it as you would your credit card number. Do not reveal your SIN number to anybody unless it is a government agency, unless it is your employer that needs the SIN number so they can pay your salary. Okay, and even for government agencies, they usually do not request for your SIN number over the phone. You know, most times they will provide another avenue and tell you if you're uncomfortable providing your SIN number, you can come in to the office and actually fill it in there. Okay, so be careful. If anyone calls you and wants you to provide your SIN number for any reason, do not do it. Now you might be asking, what happens if I provide my SIN number? Well, maybe you've not heard about identity theft. So when these scammers have all your information that they might have gathered from different sources, and they're able to get your SIN number on top of that, they're able to clone you. What I mean is they create a fake identity of you, and someone else will be using that identity that is tied to you and tied to your SIN number, right? So they can go and buy cars in your name, they can go and rack up debt in your name, and you'll be sitting somewhere not knowing what's going on, right? They can go and commit crimes in your name, and it will take a while before it is figured out that you are not that person. So please guard your SIN number and never provide it to anyone at all. So these are a few things I wanted to share today. If this video has been useful to you, please hit the like button and share it to others as well so we can all stay safe. Thank you all for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.